currently engaged in a short distance, and it's complicated because the game has 3 modes of flight: normal flight, super cruise, which is between planets, and jumps that are between star systems. So with this race, it's take off, fly to another system, land on a planet, turn. I'm currently trying to break the 7-minute mark. So in order to do this race, I'll count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Immediately come up, my landing gear, and engage the afterburners, which of course is highly illegal to do in the station. I don't care. Accidentally hit the grill on the way out, and then as soon as I get far enough away from the station, I am out of the mass lock, because the station has a gravity well that you can't jump in, and I'll jump to the next star system. And so it's fairly simulated as opposed to arcadey. Like you can make a spectrum there, so it's not full simulation, and it obviously doesn't follow the laws of physics, but they try and mimic them in interesting ways. So one of the fun things is when you're jumping, you just jump. You have no control between systems. So that's something that isn't affected by racing that much, at least not here. But then when you're in super cruise between planets, you get something like that. So you can see my speed in the speed of light here, and super cruise is slower when you get in your planetary bodies. And so in order to stop at that target as fast as possible, I'm going to build up as much speed as I can, dodging all the planets on the way in. And then I'm going to swoop past. It's actually orbiting another planet. So I'm going to use that for some braking. And then I'm going to go between both of them. And that actually allows me to brake faster than if I came in straight at the planet. Because then I would either hit the planet, or I would, essentially as I'm falling into the gravity well itself slows me down. And then it doesn't have an atmosphere. They haven't implemented landing on planets with atmospheres into the game yet. But again, since the planet is a gravity well, even though I'm remaining at full throttle, my speed is dropping. So I'll use that to do most of the braking that I want to as I go into the atmosphere. And the fun thing is, because it's a race, not normal play, I'll enter orbital cruise there, and it knows that I can't glide at my current angle, but I ignore that until I'm much, much lower when I'm forced to enter a glide. And I'll set my route back because I know that I'm safe until I get down to about 60 kilometers is when I'll start turning. And I'm trying to look for a somewhat flat landing place. However, it's all messed up, as you can see. And so inside the crater might be decent. There are some places that look flat. I'm going to start pulling up. I have to be above 60 degrees in order to glide. And the interesting thing about this planet, it's one of the highest gravity planets you can land on in game. It's got a gravity of 3.93 G. So I've loaded out a very light ship and just put as many shields as possible I can on it. And those rings represent my shields, and probably most of them will be gone by the time I finish this. And I'm going to reroute power from my engines to my shields right about now. Engage my landing gear, try and get my speed down to 400. Worked. However, my landing gear is taking too long to deploy. Good to go. I'm going to take off, disengage landing gear, power to engines, boost as fast as possible. And that's all I need. I'm video recording this, so I'm going to get a screenshot of that landing later. That will be my proof. 7 minutes, but I have to make my way back, and this will be a terrible run because I got eclipsed, so the target for my next hyperspace jump is behind me, and I can't jump through the planet. So instead instead of jumping immediately, I need to go into super cruise and go up high enough because my target, oops, dropped me out. but my target is through the planet. So instead, since I want to save time and I know this will be a bad run,